BMW M4 cooling system used to chill world's most powerful CPU. When it comes to cooling systems, innovation knows no bounds. But here's where it gets controversial. One tech enthusiast took the concept to a whole new level by borrowing parts from a high-performance car to cool the world's most powerful CPU. Could this be the ultimate crossover between automotive engineering and computer science? Let's dive into the details. Computers, like engines or batteries, need cooling solutions to prevent overheating. At the heart of any computer lies the CPU, the brain that processes instructions and keeps everything running smoothly. Just as in cars, the more powerful the CPU, the greater its cooling demands become. So, when a Chinese YouTuber named Geekerwan decided to tackle the challenge of cooling AMD's Threadripper 9995WX Pro, one of the most powerful CPUs ever created, he turned to an unexpected source for inspiration: his BMW M4. Why does this matter? CPUs generate immense heat, especially when pushed beyond their factory limits through a process called overclocking. Overclocking removes the manufacturer-imposed restrictions, allowing the CPU to operate at its maximum potential. However, this also increases power consumption significantly. For instance, under normal conditions, such a CPU might consume over 1,000 watts of electricity, generating substantial heat. Traditional liquid cooling setups often struggle to handle these extreme requirements. Some enthusiasts resort to exotic methods like using liquid nitrogen. But Geekerwan had another idea: repurposing components from his Yas Marina Blue F82 BMW M4. In a fascinating twist, Geekerwan disassembled parts of his prized vehicle to construct a custom cooling rig. He extracted the radiator and water pump from the BMW M4's S55 engine, which is renowned for its exceptional thermal management capabilities. According to him, the BMW M4 is almost the civilian car with the best cooling performance in the world. The water pump alone boasts an impressive flow rate of 1,200 liters per hour, making it ideal for dissipating the intense heat generated by the CPU. To complete the setup, he added fans scavenged from a Toyota Highlander, creating what appeared to be a Frankenstein-like hybrid of automotive and computing technology. But did this audacious experiment work? Well, yes and no. After connecting the homemade system to the CPU, Geekerwan ran benchmarks to test its effectiveness. While the CPU performed admirably, reaching speeds close to 4.9 megahertz, it fell short of hitting its theoretical peak of 5.0 megahertz. Interestingly, during testing, the radiator remained surprisingly cold. What does this imply? It turns out that the issue wasn't with the cooling system itself, but rather with the hardware limitations elsewhere. Specifically, the CPU consumed nearly 2,000 watts of power at 4.9 megahertz, far exceeding the capacity of Geekerwan's 1,600 watt power supply. Additionally, the connection between the CPU and the cooling loop introduced bottlenecks, preventing optimal performance across all components. This raises some intriguing questions. Was the choice of automotive parts truly the limiting factor, or would even more robust cooling solutions fail under such extreme conditions? And this is the part most people miss. While the experiment didn't achieve perfection, it highlights the importance of balancing every aspect of a build, from cooling to power delivery. Would you consider sacrificing your car's cooling system for your PC? Do you think there's untapped potential in combining automotive and computer technologies? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you'd like to see the full video of Geekerwan's project, you can watch it on YouTube, www.youtube.com/watchvjetrZF76. Note that the video is in Chinese, so non-speakers may need to rely on subtitles to follow along. Overclocking AMD's 96-core Threadripper Pro with a car radiator. Imagine a world where your CPU is pushed to its absolute limits, and then some, by the most unconventional cooling method. That's exactly what a team of innovative tech enthusiasts achieved by overclocking AMD's monstrous 96-core Threadripper Pro using nothing less than a car radiator and a set of industrial-grade fans. But here's where it gets controversial. Would you ever consider using a car's cooling system to push your PC hardware beyond its standard performance limits? The experiment was performed by the creative minds behind the YouTube channel Geekerwan. Instead of sticking you the typical liquid cooling radiator, they repurposed a radiator and water pump from a BMW M4, combined with robust Toyota Highlander fans and a custom water block to chill the exceptional AMD Ryzen Threadripper Pro 9995W. This powerhouse CPU is designed to draw over 1,000 watts of power from the wall and boast a theoretical maximum boost clock of 5.4 gigahertz. However, it should be noted that this peak clock speed is not achievable simultaneously across all 96 cores. Remarkably, the Geekerwan team managed to achieve a steady overclock of 4.9 gigahertz on every core, using their jury-rigged cooling assembly, a feat noted by sources like WCCF Tech. Although this setup doesn't rival the extreme measures of liquid nitrogen cooling systems, which have pushed overclocking limits even further to a record 5.8 gigahertz, it does offer an intriguing balance between high performance and practicality. And let's be honest, who wants to continually risk frostbite by handling liquid nitrogen? That said, the car radiator solution isn't without its quirks. Pairing a car's radiator, even one as compact as the one found in a BMW M4, with a standard water block and pump isn't the most efficient method for dissipating the intense heat produced by an overclocked chip. Much of the cooling potential remained untapped during operation. Regular PC fans just wouldn't cut it for a radiator of that size. So the team ended up sourcing a twin fan setup from what appears to be a seafood market. Yes, you read that right. It's almost cinematic. Imagine shopping for tuna and then spotting a well-worn SUV behind a stall, sparking to thought, how much for that bit of an engine? Interestingly, these makeshift fans themselves draw a hefty 100 watts while moving a massive volume of air, making them strong contenders for lists of the top PC cooling fans. During a Cinebench R23 run that showcased the 4.9 gigahertz overclock, the setup even recorded an instantaneous power consumption exceeding 2,000 watts, a testament to both its ambition and the inherent challenges that such an unconventional approach. In summary, while this experimental installation may have pushed the CPU's power regulation systems into uncharted territory and exceeded the water block's design capabilities, it serves as a fascinating case study. The project teaches us that, in the realm of extreme overclocking, creative solutions can lead to impressive results. However, the key takeaway is that while you certainly can use a car's water cooling system to overclock a CPU, the practical and safety concerns make it a decidedly questionable choice for most enthusiasts. What do you think? Is this an ingenious hack that redefines cooling technologies? Or is it a reckless experiment that skirts too close to hardware disaster? Share your thoughts in the comments. Are you in favor of pushing limits with offbeat methods? Or do you prefer to stick with tried and true techniques?